Oh, alright, what's going on, everybody? Saludos to familia. Hope all of you are doing super duper well. Welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Daniel, and as always, it is a pleasure to welcome you to my channel. Now, first off, save it, will ya? There's always next year. This is episode 2 of Leveled Up Trading. Today I am meal prepping a little bit. I'm just prepping my chicken, and I'm going to show you exactly how I meal prep my chicken for the week. And generally, I like to have one of these meals once a day. So the chicken that I make today, I eat at least one portion of it a day. Now I'm going to show you the quickest and fastest, most efficient way that I know how to cook and measure chicken, so that I'm not always having to cook it every single day and measure it every single day, right? It's just a one-stop shop right here, and it all gets taken care of right here, then and now. Alright, so the first thing you're going to grab is you're going to grab your chicken. You're going to grab the chicken. And then I'm also going to grab some, now don't make fun of me for this one, I'm going to grab some gloves, alright? I like to cut my chicken using gloves. I used to go just bare hand, right? I used to just always cut my chicken bare hand. But one day, you know, I decided to use gloves, and that pretty much changed me. Alright, the one day that I decided to use gloves, I never looked back. It was the greatest thing ever. Like, I was cutting my chicken with these gloves on, and then I just took them off, and they were dry. Like, there was no stickiness, there was nothing. It was just the greatest thing ever. And here I am, still using them to this day. So what we're gonna do first is, I'm gonna bring you a little closer. Alright, so I'm just gonna bring you a little close to the action over here. So here I have my little glass thing here where I'm gonna put my chicken. I wrapped it in foil paper, pretty simple. Cutting board and knife, right? Don't hurt yourself. Basically just gonna go ahead and grab a slice. Now the first thing that I do is I cut off all of the nasty fat. So basically all of this nasty looking fat, I don't want that, alright? So I cut all of that off and just leave the good parts. And I like to cut my chicken in little medium to small size pieces. You can cut them large, you can cut them medium, you can cut them small. I like to cut my pieces of chicken into little small to medium sized squares, kind of like this size right here. And like I said, y'all, wearing gloves to do this, game changer. But anyways, yeah, I'm just dicing the chicken right now into little pieces. The smaller the chicken, the better, because that's, you know, it just mixes better, it meshes better with the chicken. You don't want these huge chunks of chicken while you're eating your rice or whatever you eat your chicken with, vegetables, potatoes, all that stuff. So anyways, here's the first chicken breast right here. I'm gonna put that to the side, and I'm just gonna keep going. Look at this. There's a lot of nasty fat on that chicken. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut all of that nasty stuff off. Like this, don't want it. This whole side right here, that little, don't want it. Get the most quality chicken out of that breast as I can. Once all the fat is off, you're looking at a solid breast right there. What can I say, man? I'm a breast man. I like a good breast. Good chicken breast. Good chicken breast, of course. So this is how much of the nasty fatty chicken that I cut off right here, and that's definitely okay. Like I said, you don't want any of that nasty stuff, because I mean, you're gonna be eating it and you're gonna want to throw up. This is what makes people stop eating chicken right here. Now the reason why I'm showing you this method of cutting chicken is because I like to measure my chicken raw. It's not always I like to measure my chicken raw. I like to measure my chicken raw when I'm either cutting or, in this case, prep, right? And the reason why I measure my chicken raw is because it's a lot more accurate than when you're measuring it cooked. You'll find out that if you measure a chicken raw and it measures out to 8 ounces, when you bring it out, it'll shrink. It'll shrink down to 5.5 ounces or 5 ounces or something, right? It's always a different number. I like to be more accurate when I'm cutting. So nothing is 100% accurate. Like, nothing will ever be 100% accurate. No matter how precise you are on MyFitnessPal or how you use it, you will never be 100% accurate. But you can dial down as much as possible, which is why we have scales and stuff. I mean, think about it. A slice of bread might be 100 calories, but when you weigh it, it's not gonna weigh what it says on the label. So it's either gonna be a little less calories or a little more calories. Like I said, you can never be 100% accurate, but you do try to be as accurate as you can, which is why we do weigh our stuff as much as we can, as much as possible, especially chicken, all meats, rice, vegetables, all that good stuff. Here's the last bit of the fatty chicken that I didn't want. Here's all the quality chicken that I do want. So this right here is where the magic happens, y'all. Check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my scale and put this here, top of the scale, and I'm gonna set it to ounces. I like to measure my chicken into ounces. In order to cook all this chicken raw with the right exact measurements that I want in one go, I'm gonna go ahead and just take a bunch right here, and I'm gonna measure out 8 ounces. I like to make each portion of chicken breast that I eat for my Tupperware 8 ounces. So actually, here's 8 ounces exactly right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these off. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one off right here because I no longer need this. All right, so with this hand, I'm gonna reset the button here because this is 8 ounces exactly. Boom, I'm gonna reset it. I'm gonna move this off to the side. We're gonna measure another 8 ounces. Boom, 8 ounces. Hit it 0, there's 0, move this off to the side. Make sure it's all leveled out back at 0, move them to the side. Grab another bunch, boom. And you're gonna start making little piles. Each pile is going to be 8 ounces of raw chicken breast. Like I said, y'all, I measure it raw because to me, that's a bit more accurate than measuring it when it's cooked. After I cook these, they're gonna go straight from here into the Tupperware and boom, done. 8 ounces of chicken. Now you can do 7, you can do 4, you can do 5, you can do 6. It's really just your preference. I like to have 8 ounces of chicken. And like I said, I like to eat at least one of these a day. So I use up one of these a day. Each one is a day for me. Sometimes I use 2 in a day. It just really depends on what I cook that day. But here's another one right here. That's 8 ounces. Boom, move it off to the side. Reset this down to 0. So now you have 6 portions of 8 ounces raw measured out chicken. How do you season it? Simple, you just season it like you usually would. So I got here some Miss Dash chicken. No reason why I'm using Miss Dash. I know it's 0 sodium, but it just tastes really good on chicken. So I use Miss Dash chicken. Doesn't really matter if you use a higher sodium content spice. Then I use some pink Himalayan salt. Oh snap, what the hell? Kind of just, holy crap, that's a lot. Then I just use some pepper. So hit it with some pepper, boom, boom, boom. And so just like that, I'm a pretty simple guy. That's all the seasonings I use for my chicken. But what I'm gonna do now is I should have done this a long time ago. I should have preheated my oven. So now I gotta sit here and wait for it to preheat. But I usually put this up at around 400 degrees and I put it in there for 30 to 35 minutes. And I just throw this in there. Boom. All right, and so the chicken is just about done, y'all. I had it at 400 degrees for 35 minutes. And after you do that, you have your pieces still intact here. As you can see, the 6 piles of chicken, each 8 ounces measured raw. And so all you really do now is you take those pieces of chicken, these piles of chicken already measured, and you put them straight onto the Tupperware. Or in my case, what I use is I use these guys right here. So they come with their lids and stuff, but generally I wait until this cools off because if I touch it with my hands right now, they're gonna burn. So I just let it sit here for a little bit and I wait until it cools off, and then I can just transfer this directly onto here, and then I'm done. Now that this is cooled off right here, we can just transfer it directly onto the Tupperware. So check this out, 8 ounces of raw measured chicken, boom, already in there. We know that that's that much. 8 ounces of raw measured chicken, boom. So now you have 6 individual portions that can add up to 6 different meals. All you literally gotta do is just add in the rice, or just take this out and put it into your wrap, or whatever you gotta use your meats for, right? You have 6 individually packed portions of 8 ounces of chicken measured raw. Done, boom. This one right here, separate it out. Y'all gonna like this, man. So there's my rice. I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example of how I pack my lunch for work the next day, okay? So there's my rice. I already have rice pre-cooked. I have a rice cooker. Recommend to get a rice cooker, 100%. Get a rice cooker, but gonna measure out the amount of rice that I want for tomorrow. So I'm gonna measure out 270 grams of rice because my carbs are still pretty high right now. They're at a very, very good amount right now still, since I'm very early in prep, about 19 weeks out. Lastly, all I do is I take some mixed veggies. You can buy these anywhere, Walmart, Winco, Costco. So I just dump 100 grams worth of this. So there's 100 grams of mixed veggies. Now all I gotta do is just close this and then put this in the fridge. Boom. And there is my lunch for tomorrow, right there. The vegetables will thaw out overnight, and then when I pick it up for work tomorrow, I can just take it straight to work, throw it in the microwave out there, and then there's my lunch, plain and simple, just like that. Throw in my favorite sauces, and then there is my lunch for tomorrow, just like that, y'all. And then I have all these other ones right here, ready to go whenever I need them. So tomorrow, let's say I want to make a wrap with 8 ounces of chicken. There it is right here. All I gotta do is pull out this, and then just throw it all in the wrap. There's my meat already. I just gotta recook it on a stove or recook it in the microwave, and it's ready to go, y'all. Like, that's how easy I've done. I've been doing this for a while now. Not necessarily prepping. I've dieted for a while now, and I've cut on my own for a while now. So there's really not much difference, at least not right now. in these beginning stages. I know towards the end of prep it's gonna get very, very interesting. It's gonna get very, very tough, and y'all are gonna be there for that because I'm gonna document all of it. The reason why I show you this is because, let's face it, all of us might diet one day in our lives, and on there it might say you gotta measure the chicken raw. I'm showing you this way so that, you know, it speeds up time. Like, a lot of the time why people don't want to diet is because they're given this food plan and it requires a lot of their time in terms of meal prepping and doing all that. So this is gonna take care of a lot of that time for you. Like I said, if you need to have 2 separate meals of these in a day, you just made yourself 3 days worth of chicken right there. And all that took me was 15 minutes of prep time. Threw it in the oven, and then just straight from there I put it in this Tupperware and I'm ready to go. I can easily just fill up all these with the rice that I need, with the potatoes that I need, with the vegetables that I need, and there, I'm done. Throw a cap on it, you're ready to go. That's just your lunch for the next day. Really just trying to make this all easy for you. I hope you take that with you and you apply it to your life. I know it really helped me out. It's helped me out a ton, and it continues to help me out to this day. So been using this method for over 3 years now, and it's always worked for me. Alright, so yesterday I sent in check-in photos to my coach. Yesterday was Tuesday, so literally 2 days into the diet I sent in check-in photos to my coach so you can see where I'm at and see if you have to change anything. And so really not a whole lot of time to progress there yet, but I have gone down half a pound as of today. So I started off at 201, and this morning I weighed at 200.4. So it's working, it's going down, you know, half a pound. Slowly but surely, the goal is to get me down at least a pound to a pound and a half a week. Max I'll go down is 2 pounds a week. That's for maximum muscle retention, and obviously we don't want to sacrifice any muscle during this prep. My goal is to get super shredded, y'all, like stupid shredded. My plan is to take y'all along with me, take y'all along the ride, and document it all. So I really hope y'all enjoy the coming content, because it's gonna get very, very interesting. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be super informative, and it's gonna be pretty intense towards the end, and I hope you all enjoy it. But anyways, yeah, I sent him my check-in photos yesterday, and the feedback was, it was good. He said we're gonna keep the plan how it is right now. So my current macros are 440 carb, 255 protein, and 65 fat, which is great. That's a great amount of carbs right now. My energy levels are high, as you could tell. I'm super glad that he was able to keep that. We're gonna keep that for a little while longer. That's about 3,365 calories, and so we're gonna hold on to that for a little bit. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick physique update. I'm down half a pound, so you're not gonna tell much of a difference here, but I'm gonna give y'all a look, a relaxed look, and then I'm gonna hit some poses for y'all. But here's me relaxed. Front, side relaxed, back relaxed, other side relaxed, and then front again relaxed. I'm gonna hit some poses now, so anyways, y'all, that is a quick physique update. About 4 days into the diet, macros are still the same. I'm super happy about that, and I can't wait to get super shredded. I can't wait to bring y'all along with me. I hope you all stay tuned. I hope you all enjoy the process along with me. It's gonna get crazy, y'all. It's gonna get crazy, I guarantee it. Thank you all for sticking around. Oh, and very quickly, y'all, before I almost forget, how do I keep track of all of this food and all of these calories that I'm eating? Well, MyFitnessPal. Get the app, alright? So that lunch, for instance, that I just showed you right now, I'm gonna go ahead and hit lunch. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit add food, and I'm going to search for chicken breast. And since I've already done this before, it pops up on the regular. So there you go, breast, and it says raw right there, boom. So that means I measured it raw. And then I'm just gonna type in that I have 8 ounces of raw chicken breast. That's 52.2 grams of protein, 249 calories. And then I'm also gonna add jasmine rice that I had with it. So 270 grams of jasmine rice. And then the mixed veggies, I have about 100 grams in there as well. So there's 100 grams of mixed veggies, type that all in. And then you have it there. There's my lunch. My lunch is now 767 calories, 99 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fat, and 62 grams of protein. And that's how I keep track of all my meals. I record them all on MyFitnessPal. This is how I keep track of all my macros. So this is how you do it, y'all. Get the app, it works. I'm gonna go ahead and have my last snack for the night, and I'll catch up with y'all later.